before the world fell into darkness, before Kali Yuga swallowed humanity in greed and suffering, Lord Vishnu secretly summoned the Nine Eternal Narayans for a mission that would change Earth forever. This is the hidden origin of the Nath tradition, the story of divine beings born through fire, rivers, serpents, and destiny itself. The age of Kali Yuga had begun. Darkness slowly spread across the earth, and righteousness started fading away. At that sacred moment, Lord Vishnu sent his celestial messengers to call the Nine Narayans to Dwarka. Inside the golden palace of Dwarka, Lord Vishnu himself sat upon a magnificent golden throne. When the Nine Narayans finally arrived, Vishnu's face glowed with divine joy. Immediately, he stepped down from his throne and welcomed them with immense love and reverence. He seated them upon celestial thrones and worshipped them with sacred rituals and offerings. Seeing such honor, the Nine Narayans asked, "Lord, why have you summoned us here?" Lord Vishnu replied, "The age of Kali has begun. Humanity will lose its path. Therefore, all of us must descend upon earth in different forms and restore spiritual wisdom." Hearing this, the Narayans asked, "If we are to take birth on earth, then tell us, where shall we be born, and by what name shall we be known?" Lord Vishnu smiled and revealed the divine plan. "You shall establish sacred, spiritual traditions upon earth. Many great souls will also incarnate alongside you. Valmiki shall return as Tulsidas. Shukrakarya shall appear as Kabir. Vyasa shall incarnate as Jayadev. My beloved devotee, Namdev shall also descend to earth. Even I myself shall incarnate as Dnyaneshwar." The heavens trembled as Vishnu continued revealing the future of saints, sages, and divine incarnations. Then the Nine Narayans humbly requested, "Lord, explain to us in detail how and where these divine births shall happen." Accepting their request, Lord Vishnu began narrating the mysterious future. Long ago, from the divine essence of Brahma, 48,000 sages were born. Part of that sacred energy fell into the waters of the Yamuna River. A fish swallowed that divine essence, and within its womb, Kavi Narayan entered. That child would later become the great Machindranath. At another time, when Lord Shiva burned Kamadeva into ashes with his third eye, Agni consumed those ashes. Through that sacred fire, another divine being would later take birth as Jalandharnath. Elsewhere, another divine essence rested near the holy river Nirmada, where future Nath incarnations silently awaited their destiny. The earth itself was preparing for the arrival of the Nath Siddhas. Meanwhile, after receiving Vishnu's command, the Nine Narayans departed from Mount Mandara and entered deep meditation near the sacred place of Shukrakarya. One day upon Mount Kailash, Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati were sitting together in divine conversation. Parvati asked lovingly, "O Mahadev, you constantly chant a secret mantra. Please bless me with that sacred knowledge." Shiva replied, "I shall teach you, but this mantra cannot be revealed in an ordinary place. We must find complete solitude." Together they journeyed across the world until they reached the lonely banks of the Yamuna River. The place was silent, untouched, and empty of human presence. There, Shiva began whispering the supreme secret mantra into Parvati's ears. But hidden beneath the waters was the pregnant fish carrying Kavi Narayan within her womb. The unborn child heard every word of Shiva's divine teaching. The moment the mantra entered his consciousness, supreme wisdom awakened inside him. Duality vanished. He became absorbed in Brahman itself. After completing the teaching, Shiva asked Parvati, "What is the essence of this knowledge?" Before Parvati could answer, a mysterious voice emerged from the waters. "Everything in existence is Brahman." Shiva immediately looked toward the river and realized that the child inside, the fish, had heard the sacred teaching. Pleased, Shiva spoke to the unborn child. "You have gained immense spiritual wisdom by hearing this mantra, but your final realization shall happen through Dattatreya himself. Therefore, go to Badrikashram. There you shall attain complete enlightenment." With those words, Shiva and Parvati returned to Kailash. Time passed. The fish finally laid its egg upon the riverbank and disappeared into the waters. Days later, large birds arrived and broke open the egg with their sharp beaks. Inside was a radiant child glowing like the sun itself. The child began crying loudly. At that exact moment, a fisherman named Kamek arrived there. Seeing the divine child, his heart overflowed with compassion and wonder. Then a heavenly voice declared, "This is no ordinary child. He is Kali Narayan himself. Take him home and raise him with love. His name shall be Machindranath." Filled with joy, the fisherman carried the child home and gave him to his wife Sharada. The couple had never been blessed with children before, and tears of happiness filled their eyes. They lovingly raised the divine child as their own son. Years passed. One day, when Machindranath was about 5 years old, his father took him to the Yamuna River for fishing. As fish became trapped inside the nets, young Machindranath looked at them with deep sorrow. "These creatures belong to my mother's lineage," he thought. "How can I silently watch their destruction?" Secretly, he began throwing the fish back into the river one by one. When his father noticed this, he became furious. "Foolish boy, you are wasting all my hard work. How will we survive now?" Unable to bear the violence and suffering, Machindranath quietly left home forever. He walked alone toward the sacred forests of Badrikashram. There, he performed terrifying penance for 12 long years. His body became nothing more than skin and bones, but his spiritual fire only grew stronger. One day, Lord Dattatreya arrived at a temple of Shiva along with Mahadev himself. After worshipping Shiva, Dattatreya expressed his desire to visit Badrikashram. Lord Shiva smiled, and together, the two divine masters journeyed toward the forest where young Machindranath was deep in meditation. The destiny of the Nath Sampradaya was about to begin. End of Chapter 1. To be continued.